For millions of students, the classroom has always been a source of frustration. If you have dyslexia, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That feeling of staring at a page as the words seem to swim right in front of your eyes. The anxiety that spikes when you're asked to read out loud, the sheer exhaustion that comes from just trying to get your thoughts onto a piece of paper. It's a constant, invisible battle that can make you feel completely alone. Dyslexia isn't about intelligence, it's about a difference in how the brain is wired for language. But for way too long, the tools we've had to bridge that gap have been clunky and just not good enough. But what if that's all changing? What if we're standing on the edge of a revolution powered by something you hear about every single day, but maybe not like this? Artificial intelligence. And no, we're not talking about a better spell checker. We're talking about technology so smart, it's not just offering a little help. It's fundamentally changing how students learn and boosting their well-being in ways we've never seen before. What if tech could finally level the playing field for good? Welcome back to Mentor's Mindset. To really get why the new solution is so exciting, we have to respect the problem. Dyslexia is so much more than just mixing up B's and D's. It's a neurological condition that impacts the language centers of the brain, making reading, writing, and spelling incredibly difficult. Imagine the amount of mental energy it takes to decode every single word on a page. This intense effort is called high cognitive load, and it's completely draining. It's why a student with dyslexia can feel more wiped out after an hour of reading than their friends do after playing outside. This isn't laziness, it's neurological fatigue. This daily struggle causes a ripple effect. It can lead to serious school anxiety, a fear of speaking up in class, and a deep-seated dread of making mistakes. Brilliant, creative students with incredible ideas can struggle to show what they know, which is a crushing blow to their self-esteem. They know exactly what they want to say, but it feels like there's an invisible wall between their thoughts and the written word. For years, the solution was a one-size-fits-all approach, some extra time on tests, maybe a human to read things aloud, or a text-to-speech program with a voice that sounded like a robot from the 80s. While the intention was good, these tools were just band-aids. They helped manage the issue, but they rarely empowered the student. They couldn't adapt, they couldn't personalize, and they didn't get to the heart of the processing challenge. Well, the era of one-size-fits-all is officially over. And that's where AI comes in. When we say AI, we don't mean sci-fi robots taking over for teachers. We're talking about incredibly smart software that learns and adapts to the person using it. The single biggest game changer between old assistive tech and new AI-powered tools is personalization. AI doesn't just give you one option, it actually learns from the student. It can analyze unique mistake patterns, figure out the perfect reading speed, and adjust in real time to give the exact support that's needed, right when it's needed. This revolution is hitting a few key areas. First, you have the basics, but on steroids. Text-to-speech and speech-to-text are no longer clunky and robotic. Modern AI voices are incredibly lifelike and natural, and you can customize their speed and even their accent. They can highlight words as they read, making that connection between what you see and what you hear so much stronger. Then there's writing help. Generative AI has given us tools that go way beyond fixing typos. They can help brainstorm and organize thoughts, suggest different ways to phrase a tricky sentence, and even help you nail the right tone for an essay. This frees the student from the tyranny of the blank page, letting them focus on their actual ideas, not the mechanics of getting them down. The goal of all this is to lower that cognitive load we talked about. This frees up precious brain power for what school is all about: understanding, thinking critically, and being creative. This all sounds great in theory, but what does it actually look like in the classroom? Let's get into the specific tools that are already making a huge difference. First up, reading and accessibility. Apps like Speechify and Natural Reader have been absolute game changers. Think about it, you can snap a picture of any page in a book, any worksheet, any sign on the street, and have your phone read it back to you instantly in a clear, human-sounding voice. These tools offer amazing personalization. You can pick a voice you like, speed it up or slow it down, and even use a special dyslexia-friendly font that adds space between letters to make things less visually crowded. This isn't just a convenience, it's about giving students access to the written world on their own terms. Next, for writing, Tools like Grammarly, Paragraph AI, and Goteet are like having a personal writing coach on call 24/7. They do way more than catch typos. They look at sentence structure, point out where things get confusing, and offer suggestions to make your writing more powerful. For someone with dyslexia who might struggle with grammar, this kind of real-time feedback is priceless. It builds confidence and helps reinforce stronger writing habits over time. But maybe the most groundbreaking development is in what's called direct cognitive intervention. This is where AI stops being just an accommodation and starts becoming a therapeutic tool. Programs like Dyslexia.ai and the DiSolve system are designed to target the underlying neurological challenges of dyslexia head-on. They use adaptive, game-like exercises to help stimulate and retrain the specific language and auditory pathways in the brain. The AI figures out a student's specific weak spots, like phonemic awareness, and then creates personalized drills to strengthen them. Evidence shows that with this kind of focused training, students can make incredible progress, with some even reaching their grade-level reading abilities. Finally, AI is helping crack one of the biggest codes: early detection. New research shows incredible promise in using AI to analyze a young child's handwriting or speech patterns to spot risk factors for dyslexia long before they start struggling in school. These tools are cheap and easy to scale, meaning they could be used everywhere to make sure every kid gets the support they need right from the start. We've barely scratched the surface of all the tools out there, which makes me wonder, have you or someone you know used any of these AI technologies? What was your experience like? Share your story in the comments below. Your insight might just be the thing that helps another family or student who's watching. Honestly, the real impact of this technology isn't something you can measure on a test. The biggest changes are happening on a human level. It's all about a student's well-being. Picture a student who used to absolutely dread writing assignments, the kind that would take hours and often end in tears. Now, by using a speech-to-text tool to get their ideas out and an AI assistant to help polish the work, they can finish that same assignment all by themselves. That shift from feeling dependent to being independent is absolutely life-changing. It builds a kind of self-esteem and confidence that bleeds into every other part of their life. And this is where we have to tackle a big myth head-on. Some people worry that using these tools is a form of cheating. That's a complete misunderstanding of what they do. We'd never tell someone with poor eyesight that wearing glasses is cheating. These AI tools are the 21st century glasses for a dyslexic mind. They're accommodations that level the playing field, allowing a student's real intelligence and creativity to finally shine. By taking away the constant struggle and anxiety, these tools help bring back a love of learning. Students are more motivated, more engaged, and more sure of themselves. The result isn't just a better student, it's a happier, more confident person. Of course, this journey isn't without a few bumps in the road. This tech is powerful, but it's not a silver bullet. For one, many of these AI interventions are still pretty new, and we need more independent research to be sure about their long-term effectiveness. We also have to be smart about ethical questions like student data privacy to make sure these tools are fair and safe for everyone. And most importantly, we have to remember that AI is here to support great teachers, not replace them. You can't program the empathy, encouragement, and insight of a skilled educator who really cares. These technologies work best when they're part of a whole support system, one that includes well-trained teachers, involved parents, and dedicated specialists all working together. We're at a genuine turning point. For the very first time, technology is finally catching up to what we know about dyslexia. We are moving away from simple, clunky tools and into a new era of support that is personalized, adaptive, and actually dynamic. Artificial intelligence is offering a future where a student's potential is no longer defined by their struggles with words. It's giving them tools that not only help them get through school, but can also help train their brains to overcome some of the core challenges. The journey with dyslexia is always personal, but no one should have to take it on alone. Technology is now a powerful new ally on that path, empowering a generation of learners to not just get by, but to truly thrive. That deep frustration that defined the experience for so long, it might just be replaced by confidence and a feeling of limitless possibility. If this video opened your eyes to the potential of AI for dyslexia, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content exploring the future of learning. And don't forget to send a comment for links to some of the tools and resources we talked about today. Thanks for watching.